Hey, what's up guys, probably my favorite YouTuber here, and welcome to my review of Dalek Invasion of Earth 215080. First of all, do you like DC superheroes? Did you see Justice League? Do you know that there was actually more than 51 minutes cut from that film? And they not releasing the extended edition for some reason? Well, they started to make a petition. Go find a petition online and sign it. It's currently resting at like 107,828 signers. 29, 32, 35. It's getting more signs than PewDiePie is getting subscribers.
Yes, mate, I'll get to you in a second. I just want to show you. Look at my view counter. Wait, look, 156, 156.
Also, holiday ice cream sandwiches, pretty good. You might want to check out it. They're available wherever you are. Speaking of DC, actually, they just announced a Birds of Prey movie. Whoever that is, you have confirmed so many movies, DC. You got Aquaman, Flashpoint, Cyborg, Green Lantern Corpse, or Core, apparently is how it's pronounced, Lobo, whoever that is, Black Adam, who apparently is the villain of Shazam, who's also having his own movie. There's also like Deadshot, Deathstroke, Batgirl, Batman, Man of Steel 2, Suicide Squad 2, because they want to lose money or something. Gotham City Sirens, Deathstroke, I think I already said that one. Oh, Deathstroke, oh my god, just calm down.
Also, just a special shout out to JW Movies. I was leaving a comment on this video and I was just, it's talking about DC and Marvel, you know, superhero movies, but, yeah, and then he just left a nice little comment saying, that I seem like a DC fan who actually has valid agreements and isn't toxic about the stupid fan war, which I totally agree with, by the way. I do like how you're not jumping to conclusions. You say seem because you don't know for a fact. Maybe I am secretly this jerk who just keeps on talking, DC's better than Marvel. No, I actually like both of them, but okay, well, you're probably not even going to see this shout out, but thank you. And also, while I'm here, Pop Culture 0424, you asked me to do a Diary Wimpy Kid review, and then I asked, like, do you mean review all the books one at a time, or do them all, and then we seemed to have a little bit of miscommunication, and then you just kind of stopped. But, yeah, just, I need to know if you're asking me to do a specific book, or do you want me to do them all one by one? Just let me know that as soon as you can.
Okay, on to the review. Wait, first. Hi there, Sponge. Sponge is on the bed with me. Okay, where was I? On to my review of the Dalek Invasion Earth. It's not even of Earth. Dalek Invasion Earth 2150 AD. Tells the thrilling story of the Doctor. The Doctor! I told you, it's the Doctor! So why in the movie do they call him Doctor Who? Oh yeah, oh what music is that? Oh man, I feel like I can dance to this. What the languages? Is there subtitles on this DVD? What the is that the voice of the Aw, come on. Oh, it's just spoken languages, English or French. But why would you put a French option on the sequel, but not the original? Like, in the original, there was no language options. It was just English, no subtitles. But who would be watching the sequel, but without the original? I don't know. There isn't even a play option. There's just resume. Oh, I guess resume. I gotta make this my ringtone on my phone.
After the music gets super crappy and I just fast forward through the rest of it, we cut to some people doing a crime. To some nice little Beethoven music, I think? Or maybe it's Mozart or Bach or Vivaldi. I don't know, I don't know. But anyway, there's this poor cop that fails at his job and loses the bad guys. At least the cop is doing something. He's blowing his whistle, running after the car. Everyone watching this, just remember, the worst thing that you can do when you see someone doing something bad is not doing anything at all. In fact, I think that's kind of against the law. If you see someone like beating another person up, it's kind of against the law for you to not do anything. But anyway, this guy finds the TARDIS and thinks that it's a police box. It's funny when I say police box, because when I describe people as the TARDIS as a police box, then who is that guy? When I describe it as a police box, they think that, you know, they don't realize that that means phone box. But the heck is this? What, do I have this in French? Fix that up real quick. And, resume. Okay, what the frick? Is this stuck in French? There we go, it's English now. I had to come down here, and then I tried it in here, and it's doing the same glitch, and then I just took it out, replaced it with disc 1, and then I just put it back in, and now it's playing in English. So I'm gonna go try that upstairs. Jeez. Alright guys, I came up here, put the disc in, it was still playing in French, so then I put the first movie in, and then played that for a bit, and then took it out, replaced it with this one again, still playing in French. So now I went to the disc menu, made one final effort to hit English as a language option. Shall it be in français tout le monde, or is it finally in the language that we all know? Yeah! There we go, English. Okay, on to the review. Oh, I don't like that fade. You can tell that's two different shots. I mean, like, yeah, we've all made the same mistake, but it just looks so unsatisfying. You can see the guy just slightly moving a bit to the right, either that or the camera slightly moving a bit to the left. I don't know. Well, at least he's... That's a pretty interesting reaction to seeing something disappear before your eyes back in 1966 when that was thought to be impossible. Well, technically it wasn't really before his eyes. He was turning away and then he looked over. Classic Phineas and Ferb thing. Every single episode, these two boys build something cool in sci-fi and stuff like that, and then their older sister try to show their mom but always it somehow disappears. She doesn't even like see it disappear. She just like looks away and then it's not there anymore. But there is always a reason, but she just never sees it. So as it turns out, Barbara and Ian are not here for some reason. The Doctor and Susan are just kind of cruising, and the Doctor, or Doctor Who, sorry, also brought his niece. And now they got the police officer, so Doctor Who's niece is now taking the place of Barbara, and the police officer's taking the place of Ian. Okay, sure. The way that she said grandfather right there sounds like a better Susan impression than I've heard her say in the entirety of the first movie. He calls him my boy like the Doctor did at the end. That's a nice little reference to an unearthly child when Susan said the space with the fifth dimension back when I was really into dimensions, but come on, space is not the fifth dimension. I mean, like, if anything, then probably parallel universes would be the fifth dimension, but like, space is split up within the first three. Still stuck on the Beethoven / Mozart / Bach / Vivaldi music, yeah, whatever. Well, that could just be a normal shoot. What, you're gonna whack it with a crowbar? Oh, so those are the Robomen these days, huh? Interesting. They don't seem to be calling him Doctor Who so far, just the Whoa! Whoa, that was really shock. What are you doing? Why are you sticking on the blanket? Yeah, whatever. Back to the show. I think it would have been cool if he said Susan first and then the Roboman all appeared, so it's like he screamed and that caught the Roboman's attention. That was funny. Oh, first cliffhanger already. How far are we into the movie? 13 minutes. Doing better than the first. And then again, the first movie was based off of a 7-part adventure. This is only based off a 6. What I do find interesting, however, is that in the original Dalek invasion of Earth, Ian was the one who's just like, how are the Daleks here? We defeated them. And then the Doctor's just like, that took place millions of years in the future, which he somehow just knows. In this one, the Doctor, or Doctor Who, or whatever he's called in this one, actually is the one who seems confused as to how the Dalek appears, and surprisingly the police officer, who's just doing time travel for the first time, is the one who's just like, well, maybe your first adventure with them was in the future, and the Doctor's just like, yeah. Hey, they even got the guy in the chair. Wow, I know that she's not even playing Barbara, but the Doctor's niece does a pretty good impression of Barbara's voice. Ooh, red Dalek. What's the red Dalek for? Ooh, this Dalek has a claw, you know what that means. Only the Daleks that are gonna reach a point when it would be convenient for them to use a claw have claws, so that Dalek's gonna need to use his claw at some point. I mean, like, it's very rare that we see in movies and stuff like that it's convenient for the bad guy. Then again, I guess that makes a really good bad guy. Now this scene here of the guy trying to run away, he does actually make it pretty far, but unfortunately he obviously doesn't make it in the end. Still smoke, huh? Well, that guy did a good job at screaming in pain there. All these guys are really good actors. Hey, they got the cake whisks things. Did they have that in the original movie? Watching my review of the last one. Yep, cake whisk. They're sending in prisoners 3 at a time. How convenient that the doctor and the police officer gone to the same compartment. Although now that I think about it, they probably would have stuck together in the lineup. Anyway. Wait, what the frick? That was easy. You just had to stick your pen under the door? Or whatever that was? I mean, in the Dalek invasion of Earth, it took them like half an hour to an hour, or who knows how long. It never really defined how long they spent in the cell. But here they just solved it in like less than a minute. Like literally less than a minute in the cell, and the doctor already figured it out. Good job, Doctor. Just when I was starting to think that you were a safer doctor to be around than William Hartnell. They need a plan. Gee, what could their plan possibly be? This guy could have his helmet on and then pretend that he's a Robo-Man. Or Robo-Man. Robo-Man is singular Robo-Man or Robo-Man. I don't know. And then they can fool the Daleks, but it won't affect his mind or anything just by putting the helmet on. They have to go through the weird process. That was almost as awkward as a laugh as in the beginning of Planet of the Apes. Yeah, they have to go through this process first. I like how they get this little glimpse of what they're about to become. Oh, wait, they had to change into that thing? Well, I hope that they took their sweet time with that, to the point that, you know, like, they took as much time as they could without the Daleks just exterminating them for taking too long. But yeah, just, guys, remember, the most important thing that you can get in a situation like this is time, because there's always a chance that someone can come save you, but you don't know how long it'll take. Ramp is gonna come and lend handy later. Wait, why do some of the Daleks have blue light bulbs on top of their heads and others have red? Ha, I knew it. They didn't know the Dalek was gonna take that long to fall down the ramp. They were told to just play that little noise, and then it kept on going, and they're just like, just keep on playing the noise. Brr, brr. I find it weird, however, that all 3 of them were put in there when the Doctor was the only one who figured it out. Why are they converting the other 2 into Robo-Men when, like, they didn't pass the intelligence test, the Doctor did alone? Okay, Susie, I had that one explode. I mean, like, you know how in Hollywood when the cars crash, they explode and stuff like that? They wouldn't actually explode. That's just for cool Hollywood effect. Okay, so the Daleks crash landing after falling down a huge ramp or throwing stuff at the Daleks exploding. Okay, but just like point at a machine for a little bit and then just randomly explodes. Oh, how convenient for the good guys now to have this 3rd guy who's not part of the Doctor's crew anyway to be stuck in there and fully robotized. What is even the point of that? Why not just save him too? I guess maybe, I don't know. Again, it is convenient for the Daleks to have their claws too, so, whatever. I'm still pretty impressed at how intense they make this movie. There we go, they're actually throwing grenades now. That makes more sense for the explosions. I just realized that they don't really give any reason for why these Daleks can't travel on metal. I mean, like, in the original show it was basically just they did upgrades and then for some reason didn't keep the upgrades in the future. But, like, and here they don't even say it. The Doctor's just like, those Daleks can only travel on metal. What's these Daleks? And then it gets interrupted and then they never talk about it again. You're gonna go hide in a manhole cover. They're all exterminating at the manhole cover. We have a pretty comedic scene of the police officer who, it turns out his name is Tom, trying to pretend to be a Robo-Man, trying to follow them everywhere and stuff. The guy in the wheelchair, they do find out that the bombs that they make are useless quite early on, but the guy in the wheelchair still does have his moment when he dies. But it's not like he stands up on his legs and throws it and gets exterminated. It's just, he throws the bomb and finds out that it doesn't work. And he's like, okay, screw this, he throws the entire lot. Because apparently they had a whole bunch and just throws it at a roof and causes a whole bunch of bricks to fall on top of the Daleks, including himself. No Dalek Invasion of Earth story is complete without the scene with the car ramming into the Daleks, although this time it's not Barbara, it's Susan who's in the car, and Susan isn't even driving. I don't think she's old enough to drive. Still, who knows how old she is? I don't even know they're humans in this story anyway. Who knows how old it to drive in this parallel universe. Ooh, Golden Dalek, what is this guy for? His light bulbs are yellow. Oh, don't run over the chickens. Whoa, they actually were about to go ahead and run over the chickens. I remember it was at this point when I was watching this with my dad, and he was like, "Why is this so much better than the old TV show?" Yeah, I have a second channel where me and my dad are marathoning through all of Doctor Who ourselves. Carolou II, Carealoo, space THE, space 2ND. The scene where Barbara and her companion were captured by two women and then were captured by the Daleks, revealing that the woman had a plan for them to be captured the whole time. Well, this time it's Susan and the guy. Susan seems to be taking the role that Barbara always takes. I mean, I guess it makes sense since Barbara technically isn't here, but since the niece is supposed to be taking her place, she should be experiencing it. And whoa, a black Dalek now? Whoa, what was that flicker of the video there? Really? The old, oh, what is that trick? I don't know why, but I like watching this clip here. It just feels unnatural that it just stomps on these boards and then starts going to the right. It feels like someone would have had to suck it that way. How convenient that Dalek waited like 50 million years before it was about to exterminate him. I don't know why this is happening, but it's pretty fun to watch. Apparently they're losing control or something, but I have no idea why this one would go up ramp then if it's just losing control. I'm sorry, I know how much I hate to make fun of special effects since I watched 60s Doctor Who. Wait, technically this is 60s Doctor Who. But anyway, just look at how this explodes. It just does a light little landing on it. Just like light little landing, and then just boom. Like that wouldn't even happen. And look how close the guys are. Wait, look, wait. Look how close they are to the explosion. They're pretty much like right next to it. Another difference to the movie is that Susan doesn't stay with the guy named David. She stays on the TARDIS crew. Well, what's odd is that they don't say goodbye to anyone. The Doctor's just like, well, the dogs are destroyed, and that just cuts to them in the TARDIS. But what's interesting here is that at the very end, they drop the police officer a little bit before the bad guys took off. I like to think that this is the original history anyway, and this always happened, because, like, at the beginning of this movie, when the car takes off, we don't know if this guy wasn't in here and knocked them both out and then drove off with them. Because when his past self is chasing after the car, it is possible that he was chasing a guy who was driven by his future self here. Although then again, like, it doesn't really make much sense because the TARDIS is currently with the Doctor, Susan, and the Doctor's niece, who I actually never found out the name of. Like, I don't know. Time travel, man. Right then. Well, that's the end of the Peter Cushing movies. In fact, we never even know what the... I don't want to listen to this music and make me go through all this menu trying to make sure how to make it stop talking and fall asleep. But anyway, Peter Cushing's Doctor actually does say something. It's probably just something like, come along, we gotta leave now, or something like that. But we don't get to hear it because it's dubbed over by music. So it's kind of weird how Peter Cushing's last words as the Doctor I never heard. Or maybe not, because what's interesting is that it has been rumored that they did make a third movie based on the events of the chase, but supposedly the only copy was burned in a fire and it's literally never come back, much similar to the Daleks Master Plan Part 7. But there has been a trailer that's been supposedly released, but the special effects look a little bit too futuristic for the year that it was supposedly made, so it's probably a fake. Although I would be quite interested to know, credits over already? What happened in between the events of the two movies? Like, when did the Doctor go from being with Ian and Barbara and having a home and just taking off from time to time? Now it seems like they are just jumping from place to place to place. It's not like they were saying, hey, do you want to check out 2164? And then they went off to the TARDIS about to take off. The police officer came in. No, because they asked the police officer what date it was for him, so that wasn't their home either. They're just jumping from place to place. I would like to have known when they got from there, but I guess you just make assumptions. Anyway, so, would I recommend this? Yep, sure. I mean, they're pretty fun movies. I mean, again, it's pretty much just the same as the Dalek Invasion of Earth, but it's worth a watch. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you like, so that I know that you enjoyed it. If you didn't like it, please leave a dislike so that I know that you didn't enjoy it. Leave a comment down below if you like it, tell me why, because it feels awesome to get some motivation and encouragement. If you didn't like it, please leave a comment down below saying why you didn't like it so that I can improve for next time. Otherwise, I won't be able to improve and just going to treat you just like as before. Like and subscribe so that you know when my next video comes out. Thanks again so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next. Bye-bye. Hey, time to check. Wait, what the? I gained 2 subscribers while watching that movie?